She is a bad minister. If the Liberal caucus doesn't even think she should have her job, why is the Prime Minister still defending her?
The job that I have is never easy. It is one of the toughest jobs in government.
So with results like these, why is she still in her job?
And when will this Prime Minister fire this minister?
Where she can't answer basic questions about bills that she is presented to Parliament.
On my record and work on immigration, the record speaks for itself.
She is restoring integrity to the immigration system, and the personal attacks are cruel, inappropriate, and beneath this House.
The House deserves a straight answer. When is she getting fired?
The honourable member for Thornhill.
The Liberal immigration minister is out of her depth, and the numbers prove it. 86% of rejected asylum seekers remain in Canada. 25,000 people were admitted without a proper security screening, and nearly 3 million temporary visa holders are nearing expiry with no clear plan in place. And yesterday, the Prime Minister claimed that the system is, quote, under control.
We have the immigration system under control, and we're supplying the health care Canadians.
Has the system under control?
There are no real controls left. The Liberals dismantled them, and the minister has shown no ability to restore order. So with results like these, why is she still in her job?
The Honourable Minister of Justice.
Mr. Speaker, I will park some of the factual inaccuracies that were included in the member's question, but let me just take a moment to say that I have been proud to work alongside my colleague for Nova Scotia.
The headline, "Where is Canada's immigration minister?" Community groups are asking. And some of Lena Diab's own colleagues are questioning her performance.
Where is she in the media? Why isn't she giving more interviews? Then we started talking to opposition MPs and opposition parties who started to say to us, have you seen her performance in committee meetings? Her answers or her non-answers. She seems to rely a lot on civil servants or on her staff. Alexis Brunel-Duceppe from the Bloc Québécois was like, does she really master her files? It doesn't seem like she does. And then we started calling Liberal MPs to get a sense of how it was felt internally. And 10 Liberal MPs agreed to talk to us under the condition that we didn't name their names so they could speak freely. And only one of them out of the 10 defended Lena Diab's work. The other 9 were saying to us basically, when we ask her questions, it's often hard to get a clear answer. She doesn't seem to really have a master of her files. And they were even questioning her place around the cabinet table. And I'm not going to reveal our sources, but I'm just going to say this. It was not just backbenchers. Let's just leave it at that. But we did get a statement from the Prime Minister's office, and I would say it was a timid response. When he was asked in French today, for instance, whether he had confidence in Lena Diab, he said, I'm blessed with an exceptional cabinet. So he didn't even say, yes, I trust Lena Diab. He just talked about an exceptional cabinet.
The Conservatives, they've been pretty critical of this minister for a while now, but boy, it went into overdrive today.
Yes, well, they basically said that Lena Diab should be fired. They called her a failed minister, and they asked, this issue really dominated question period. I think we have some exchanges.
She is a bad minister. If the Liberal caucus doesn't even think she should have her job, why is the Prime Minister still defending her?
So with results like these, why is she still in her job?
And when will this Prime Minister fire this minister?
Where she can't answer basic questions about bills that she is presented to Parliament.
She is restoring integrity to the immigration system, and the personal attacks are cruel, inappropriate, and beneath this House.
The House deserves a straight answer. When is she getting fired?
At the end of the day, it's Mr. Carney who appoints, his cabinet. He's responsible for, making those decisions. So we'll see what happens next.
A finger. She is working on a program that may be a difficult problem to solve, but she is restoring integrity to the immigration system, and the personal attacks are cruel, inappropriate, and beneath this House.
The honourable member for Thornhill.
The immigration minister with the mess that she has to clean up. And he knows that even Liberal MPs who have been passed over for a decade can see that she's out of her depth because of the mess that he left. These are direct quotes from them. She has no idea how to respond. She doesn't make sense. She puts her foot in her mouth. At what point will the Prime Minister acknowledge that this file requires real leadership and a serious course correction without the two of them?
The Honourable Minister of Canadian Identity and Culture.
Mr. Speaker, we see what the Conservatives are doing here, pitting Canadians against asylum seekers. Some of them helped us during COVID, deliberately confusing fraudulent claimants against failed asylum claimants. This isn't a dog whistle, it's a foghorn. And I know it's Lent, so I do implore them to show a little grace. So instead of shedding MPs for Lent, Mr. Speaker, which we appreciate, maybe they need to shed this line of questioning.
The honourable member for Thornhill.
They've just put up a third failed immigration minister to answer for the question. This is actually a really serious issue, and they can talk down members of this House. They can call them bad people all they want, but Canada's immigration consensus is crumbling. Stakeholders aren't getting their calls returned. Controls are gone, putting pressure on housing, on healthcare, and on jobs, and the minister is MIA throughout all of it. The House deserves a straight answer. When is she getting fired?
Liberal government has created a sentencing discount system for foreign criminals. The Prime Minister claims that they've got the system under control. Well, let's look at the case of Rajbir Singh. This criminal sexually assaulted a young woman and received a conditional discharge so he would not have a criminal conviction registered against him so he could stay in the country. Under this Liberal PM sentencing discount policy, not only are dangerous criminals allowed to stay in the country, they get released early. When will this Prime Minister fire his immigration minister, or does he think that she's got it all under control?
The Honourable Minister of Public Safety.
Mr. Speaker, the assertion of the member in the opposition party is absolutely false, Mr. Speaker. When somebody is before the courts, somebody's facing criminal charges and conviction, they're deemed to be inadmissible in Canada, Mr. Speaker. The Canada Border Service agencies take these very seriously, and they have admissible individuals removed. Last year, we removed over 22,000 individuals from Canada. But let me be very clear. The issue of lawful access is a tool that law enforcement have been asking for. The party opposite has absolutely failed in supporting those policies so that we can have a safer country, Mr. Speaker.
The honourable member for Regina Capel.
If they had confidence in the immigration minister, then she would be answering these questions herself, Mr. Speaker. Let's take a look at another case. Joyson Lewis assaulted his girlfriend, grabbed her, tearing her shirt in the process, and threw her to the ground when he hit her again. The judge in the case sentenced this foreign criminal to 9 months of probation, specifically so that the conviction would not be entered into the record so he could stay in Canada. Why is this Liberal government doubling down on a policy that gives sentencing discounts to foreign criminals, and when will this Prime Minister fire this minister?
The Honourable Minister of Public Safety.
Mr. Speaker, Canada is a rule of law country, one that respects the rule of law. Nobody is above the law, Mr. Speaker. And the discounts that this individual is talking about is absolutely false. What I will say is that the Canada Border Service agencies removes those who are inadmissible to Canada, those with criminal penalties. But let me also be very clear, Mr. Speaker. The party opposite absolutely refuses to move on lawful access, a tool that law enforcement has been asking for from coast to coast to coast. This is the record that party has in terms of defending the rights of Canadians and keeping Canada safer, Mr. Speaker.